Hey, welcome to I'm Right. Now, the show will start in approximately 4 minutes and 30 seconds. But if you are listening to this in replay, whether you're watching on video or you're listening to the audio version, you can fast forward past this spot and get right into the show. Or maybe you just like hearing my voice. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why the reason you're still listening. Okay, now, as you know, I always thank the audio listeners first because you guys are like listening to the commercials before and after the show. And that is how we get paid. So thank you for doing that. You're keeping us alive. We didn't even ask you to donate any money or anything. Just listen to a quick ad from our sponsor. Cool. All right. And for those of you that are going to be here live for the show, there's certain things you can do. Now, you can watch the show from YouTube or Facebook. You can also watch the show from Jill's website. That's JillCoxCordova.com. And click the I'm tongue-tied tonight. Click the podcaster tab. And that'll take you to all our shows, and it'll take you to the live show. If you're here at 8 Eastern, you'll be able to watch the show. Now, also remember that you can make comments, and we really encourage you to make comments when you're here at the show live because you, the viewer, make the show better. But check this out. Now, if you want to listen or watch the shows in replay, you can go to Jill's website to do that too, and that's JillCoxCordova.com. Click the podcaster tab, but you can also make comments for the show you're watching. So it could be a previous show. If you found something interesting about it or a question about it, you can ask that question in the comment section on Jill's website. So those are some of the things you can do. Now, we've only got 1 minute and 40 seconds till the actual show starts. And the reason I'm just running my mouth is because this is when we do all of our checks to make sure the show is going out live. Now, also, some of you may not know this, but this show and our technology that we use to do this show, when it goes out live, you can also communicate straight to us. So when you're on Facebook or YouTube, it'll say something like be on the show or be in the show. And that's a link. You click that link and it'll bring you right into the show. You can follow the prompts, whether you want the camera or not on you, and you can actually talk and be part of the show. And we really do encourage all of you to do that. At least try once. Because, I know it can be make you a little nervous, because you might be seen by thousands of people, but it's just us. We're just here sitting in the living room. All right. Anyway, we've got about 20 seconds and we'll be right here live on video. So please stand by. Hey. Got the head moving.
Hey. Hey.
You seem to be feeling good this evening.
I'm not really. I'm trying to boost myself up. I'm actually under the weather. But I'm here because the show must go on. And this show is I'm Right.
I'm Right.
And I'm Jill Cox Cordova.
I'm Anthony Cordova.
And we're back. We
are
here.
Another show, another week. We are still here.
We are still here.
It's almost the end of our season.
I know. We have, after tonight's show, we have only 5 shows left.
5 shows left.
For this season.
And then we take 2 months off.
Correct.
Right? And we come back in January.
And we already have a fabulous guest booked for next season.
Oh,
but we're going to tell them more about that later.
Wonderful.
So,
wonderful.
Our audience is already there. It's roll call time.
Roll call.
Roll call time, and they're already telling us they're here. So we've got Connie's here.
Connie,
Yay!
hi Connie.
Hey Connie. We've got John here. John's
John
back.
is back. Oh, we missed
John.
you last week.
Yes,
it was
John.
last
So
week.
you
missed a good one.
You know you must be important to us, John, because when you're not here, we actually notice.
Yes.
You know?
This is true.
So you are here. Ronaldo is here too.
Hello, Ronaldo.
Yay.
Cool.
Yay.
Wait.
And John is talking about other people who like to head bob. Do the head bob thing at the beginning of the podcast. So for those of you who only listen to us, those who watch us see us try to get in sync.
Like we're bobbleheads.
Yes, we try
to do it together.
at the beginning of every show. Yep. And then we have Denise is here.
Hey, hi Denise.
Hi Denise.
How you doing?
Hi everybody. All right.
There's my name. Ooh,
there is
Anthony
your name.
Cordova. It's right under me.
That's who you are. That is still who you are, right?
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Well, last week, I always start the show talking about what we did last week because I usually have a poll that goes from Tuesday to Tuesday on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And I asked last week, because we talked about me moving your soap out of my bathroom. That's what we talked about last week.
Yes, we did.
So I asked people on LinkedIn, do you have boundaries about other people moving your things?
Before we continue.
Oh, Lord. Please don't go rogue again.
That's what I was going to say. So for those of you that are not in the business, what I did last week was called going rogue.
Going off script.
We don't have a script.
We don't have a script, but we have a script in our head, and he went way off of it.
I went rogue.
You really did.
I went rogue, so I've been punished for it, and it felt so good.
I didn't punish you. Nobody punished you. So you going rogue again.
Anyway,
accusing me of things I did not do.
Continue.
Nobody punished you.
Poll.
Our poll asked last week. We asked, "Do you have boundaries about other people moving your things?" And the options were yes, no, and it depends on the person. So the final results of that poll, 83% said yes, they do have a problem. They do. They do have boundaries about other people doing that. And then the other 17% said no.
Okay, so that was kind of clear cut then.
Very clear cut.
Wow. Okay.
Very, very much so.
Cool.
Okay, so this week we are.
What's happening?
John has a comment. He says, "Don't touch my soap. So many punchlines, so little time."
That's right.
Yep. That's what it became, sort of, last week. So this week we are talking about friends, because I wondered, we talk a lot about, or people in general talk a lot about, when you're looking for a romantic partner, some people tend to have a list of criteria. of what they're looking for.
Yeah.
But it seems to me that in most cases we don't have that for our friends.
We don't do that with friends.
Yes.
Do we?
Why
Or
is
don't
that?
we?
So it's part of a segment. I'm trying to
Punch
buttons. Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
there. Ooh, look at this.
It's part of a segment that we call
Stand by your stance.
So I wondered, if you did, first of all, you always say that you don't have a lot of friends. You say that a lot. Is that because you have a list of criteria and most people don't meet it?
It's it's mostly because I'm a loner.
Okay.
That's the biggest reason. I have no problem just being by myself. So I'm a loner. That's why I went into the type of business I went into, driving a truck all over the country by myself. So I was fine with that.
Okay.
I never really got lonely or anything. So that's probably why I don't have a lot of friends.
Okay.
And then I didn't think about it till the other day, but maybe I'm not a good friend. Maybe
Well, that is one of
that's
my things about
Yeah.
friendships. It's like, if you want me to be your friend, you like if I'm going to be your friend, you need to be mine too.
Yeah, but different
not
people,
that it's tit for tat, but
yeah, but different people have different expectations of
for
friendship.
friends. What are yours? Or
What I was gonna say is that I'm not a person. I don't need to hear from my friend every day.
neither do I.
I'm not.
Neither do
I'm
I.
not
I'm
type
not
of
that
person.
friend that's going to call you every day, and I'm not that friend.
Yeah. And if you call me every day, I might be. Why are you calling me again? We just talked yesterday. Not that I'm being mean, but what's up? Why you calling me again? Did something happen? But yeah. But I would say, to answer your question, what's my criteria for a friend? Someone that I have quite a bit in common with. So we have to have not everything in common, but many things.
Well, that is usually how we meet our friends. It's because they're doing something or they're enjoying something that you too are doing or enjoying, right? That's usually how you meet your friends.
Yeah, but
Except for in childhood. Like in childhood,
you just
you're just around.
thrown together.
Yeah,
and
you're
you
thrown
got
together.
friends and all of that. So, but that's basically it. So somebody that's kind of similar to me. Have the same interests. We don't need to see each other all the time, and we don't have to have all the same interests either, but some of the same interests. Yeah.
Well, before I say what was getting ready to say, John has a comment. He says, I understand. It irks me that a lot of folks don't understand the difference between loneliness and solitude.
Yes,
that's a
very
profound
good.
statement.
That is.
There is a big difference between loneliness
big
and
difference.
solitude.
Yeah.
Because you just said that you're perfectly happy when you're by yourself, and so am I. And I don't, you can't say that.
Well, that's only child syndrome.
You can't say that because you said it too, and you're not an only
I'm
child.
not an only child, but you're good with that because you're always alone as a child.
Yeah, but some only children growing up, they always wanted to be around others
Well,
because they were
that is
only
true.
child. I was not that.
that is-
child. I
that is
preferred to
true.
be around adults.
That's why
that was
you
my
married
preference.
somebody that was way older than you.
I always, when I started dating, I always liked people older than me. That is true.
So you married this old dude. Let's see how that works.
That is true. Well, I conducted another poll that just started yesterday on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And I asked, what's the top trait that you need your friends to have? And the options were they need to be trustworthy, they need to be empathetic and compassionate,
Yes.
they need to be ride or dies,
Wait a minute.
or other, and then I asked them to comment
Fill in
what the other was.
Okay.
So far, the poll doesn't end until next Tuesday. So far, 50% said trustworthy
Yes.
and 50% said ride or die.
And how do you feel about that?
For the top thing on my list is trustworthy, because once I don't trust, that's in any relationship. Once I don't trust you, we don't have a relationship.
Well, that's true. But what about the ride or die?
I still don't
part?
understand why somebody's got to die.
You got to be ready. You got to be when it goes down. You got to be ready.
So your answer would have been ride or die.
Yeah,
Out
I
of
need
those
a
options?
ride. Yeah, I need a ride
So
or die.
so the friends,
I need-
the people you call friends, they're ride or dies.
Yeah, well, that, like if I call them up and say, hey, look, I really need your help with something, blah, 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 even if it's doing something nefarious, they'll come. I'll be there. I'll be there. Like, just, no questions, I'll be there.
Okay.
But then it's good to have also good to have the type of friend that will say, are you sure you want to do that?
So you want a person with that can reason with you.
Yes. Talk me out of something maybe I'm going to do that's not
that you shouldn't do.
that I shouldn't do. It's not so wise.
Denise has a comment that responds to what John said about, there's a difference between loneliness and solitude. And she says, that was deep. I do appreciate solitude.
That was deep.
Yeah.
You see what we get from John? When
I
he's
know,
here?
right? He has
he's
another
always-
comment.
He always has the good stuff. The good stuff.
When we were talking about, well, you always point out that I grew up an only child. John said, that's right. You were an only child that grew up in the middle of a national park. That is true. I did. But there were other kids there. Like, it was a normal neighborhood to
And I
me.
bet they always wanted to play.
Well, some of them were only children too. So some of them were only children too. So they appreciated their solitude as well. Like,
Did they?
I think they
but
did.
They
We
were
all got
always
along very well.
Wanted to play.
No, not really.
Did they come and say, can Jill come out and
No,
play?
no, I had never seen that before.
You've
Kids
never
doing
seen that?
until I became an adult and I bought my house. And when I moved in, little kids knocked on my door. Do you have any kids who can come out and play? Like, what is that?
I don't have any kids. Go away.
I was not that person.
Oh, well, now that we're on that subject of neighborhoods and kids, how many people in the audience have heard of the Candy Lady?
Why are you getting way off track?
No, we're talking about kids in the neighborhood.
No,
and
the
kids go
show is about
Maybe-
friends.
Maybe the kids made friends with the Candy Lady.
The one movie I've seen where there was a candy lady, and you knew it before they revealed it to the audience, and I thought that was I thought
told
the
you that
candy
was the
lady was a
Candy Lady.
mythical person,
No, the Candy
but
Lady,
like
Candy.
folklore, But she seemed mean, and sometimes she was.
Sometimes she was nice.
Sometimes.
But anyway, if you had a Candy Lady in your neighborhood or something, please let Jill know that many.
You mean
neighborhoods-
Tony? Tony's the one trying to get us off track, but I'm going to get us back
No, and
to
Candy Lady
friendships.
could be your friend.
The candy lady was some of the kids' friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, my criteria for friends has changed as I get older. My criteria for a friend changes.
Okay. What is it now?
Well, right now, I definitely need to trust you, and I need you not to be in competition with me for anything. Like I am not, you are not, that I don't do that with my friends.
what
I'm
if
really
it's
not
a-
in competition with other people,
But-
period, unless it's literally a race, you know, like
But
I've been
that's
in
what I was going to say.
10Ks.
What if it's a healthy
Competition?
competition?
Yeah.
So you all maybe you go for a walk together, and then the one friend always tries to outwalk you.
I have no problem with that.
So
I think
that's okay.
That's okay. That's fun. I appreciate that.
Okay, okay.
It's helpful for everybody.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
But if you want to see me go down because of my accomplishments,
Well, that's not a good friend.
that's not a friend.
No.
Not good or bad. That's not a friend.
that's not a
That's someone who wants to see you go down or tries to one up you all the time. You know,
yeah.
when I'm not in competition with you.
Gotcha.
You know, I see another comment. John says, "You were in a neighborhood." Whenever you tell that story, I always pictured you sitting in a sandbox watching the tourists drive by. So yes, John, in the national park, it was. If tourists took a wrong turn, they ended up in our neighborhood. The neighborhood had houses. You know, we were all like, you know, like there were two circles, you know, that you could go around, and all the houses. The bus, you know, school bus would come and, you know, take us to school and everything. We had a basketball at the edge of my yard and the bottom of another good friend of mine, and she's still a good friend, even though I haven't seen her or actually talked to her in years, but we are still friends. I still consider her
a good friend.
I do. I do.
So
and
is she a ride or die?
She was trustworthy. I
Okay.
didn't. Ride or die was not in my vocabulary, so she was definitely trustworthy. And she was, you know, there for fun. She was there and a friend to me is someone who's there for the good times. You know, they're, you know, cheering you on in the good times, but also there for you when you're hurting.
Okay.
You know, but at the intersection of where her yard ended, and there was like pavement, there was a basketball goal, there was the community volleyball goal. You know, we did take walks together.
And
you
hula
know,
hoops.
we did hula hoop together.
Yeah.
We did. Sometimes we would dance with each other.
But they
you know?
kept the hula hoops for the snakes.
That one time there was the neighbor across the street. She would feed her dog ice cream all the time, and
You keep the dog,
and she
a
was
hula
very
hoop.
pet for, well, not just animal friendly. Like I still I still thought that she liked animals better than humans.
Okay.
So anyway, yes, it was a real neighborhood. And when the tourists did drive into our, you know, take a wrong turn, end up in our neighborhood, they didn't do a drive-by. They stopped, usually asked for directions because they were lost, but they also wanted to take pictures of us because they didn't believe that people lived in a neighborhood in the national park.
Okay. Look,
Stacy
we got
is also
Stacy
here. Hi,
Yay.
Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Good evening.
Glad you made it.
Yay.
Cool.
Oh, so anyway, I need my friends to be trustworthy. I need them to. I think family can also be friends.
Yes. Yes.
My two sisters-in-law, they are my friends, and we create a safe space for each other.
Excellent.
So friends do that.
Excellent.
Enemies do not.
Excellent. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you have so? Are your friends my friends?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
How are my friends your friends?
We're acquaintances. I get along with all of them wonderfully, and I like it when we're all together. But
Yes.
you keep that communication up with them. I don't.
Well, I'm more of a communicator than you are in general with people.
This is true, but even if I was more of a communicator. You're friends. Although I like them, except for the people I call my crew, and but
You don't like them? You said
I do.
except for.
No. I like them,
Uh-huh.
and when we're all together, yeah, I like hanging around them a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, the ones I
I
call
like
the
how you
crew.
say they're your crew when you wouldn't have you wouldn't have a crew if I hadn't introduced you to all of them.
That's true.
Because they were
Thanks.
my friends
Yeah,
first.
thanks.
So should couples have couple friends or should couples have the same friends?
Well, couples can have couple friends, absolutely, but I think the same thing applies.
Which is
Like I said, if I have a male friend, we need to have several things in common, right? So I would still need that if it's a couple friends type of thing. I would still need that to have something in common.
true.
So then when we get together, we're not just looking at each other.
Does age
Yep.
matter to you of your friends?
Yup.
It does matter to you?
Yup. This is what I say when I don't have anything in common. Yup.
Oh. I haven't
Yup.
I can't think of anyone you've said that with lately. So
What did you just ask me? You asked me something.
I said, does age matter for your friends?
No.
Me neither. Me neither. In fact, we have been known to go. We were invited to a birthday party for someone that was she turned 23.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was cool.
or maybe older.
Yeah.
In her 20s, and then
And she invited us.
and she
It
invited
wasn't
us.
like
Yes,
her parents
yes. Now
invited
her mother was suspicious of us. When we came to the door, like, why are you here?
And let her mother know we were coming. Thought we were home invaders, right? Do we look like home invaders? Maybe through some people's eyes. I don't know, but anyway, yeah.
But yeah, so I do think that, you can have friends of all ages and all of that. So in this era of social media, there's a lot of unfriending going on.
Absolutely.
Have you ever well, you haven't because you
See,
you
that's
don't
the
even know
thing.
how to
I
friend
don't-
somebody.
I don't want to. I don't want to go through all of the Facebook, and I tried. I honestly did try. We even had
You
a
tried to
show about
unfriend
it.
or friend?
No, I tried to keep connected to people with Facebook.
You did.
I really
You
did.
tried for like a day,
I
though.
made it was more than a day.
2 days.
I made an effort to really try, but it was just too much for me. It was like, well, I don't want to see your sandwich. It's not interesting to me. So, things like that. Just idle chit chat. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat.
You don't like to have idle chit chat? Because sometimes this show we have idle chit chat.
Yeah, but this is a show. This is for entertainment
Purposes.
purposes.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have been unfriended before. And my thing about that is if and by people I actually know, like people I thought were friends. And so my stance on that is I'm also just like before I met you and dated people, if there was any indication that you didn't want to be around me, friend or otherwise, I'm not the type that's going to chase you down and try to make you be around me.
Yeah.
So if you unfriend me, that tells me
That's
you want.
that.
Yeah, that tells me you don't want to see my posts. You don't want to even see my name. So I am not going to chase you down to make you. That doesn't work. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
I can't make you love me. John has a comment. He says, "You don't like to see people's meals, Tony? You said they had sandwiches and stuff." Which is interesting because I have posted pictures of food that you have grilled before.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a friend that would make fun of me because like Super Bowl and occasions like that, I would post pictures of the food and say nothing about the game. So it was clear to her what my priority was. So I had posted pictures of your food.
Yeah, but I don't even post pictures of
You don't
the
post.
food I
Period.
cook. And but as far as I know, I've never been unfriended.
Well, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. I have been unfriended.
As far as I know,
And
I've never been unfriended.
I have been unfriended before, and I have unfriended others. But in real life, the people I have unfriended were coworkers I no longer worked with.
Okay.
So if I were connected to them
That
ever,
makes sense.
pressured into connecting with them because we worked together, then as soon as we didn't, I unfriended you.
But are we talking about like internet friends, Facebook friends,
No,
stuff like that, or are we talking about people that we actually
In my
interact
case,
with?
I'm talking about people I actually know.
Okay, all right.
But, in this era, a lot of people are finding out that their internet friends are not friends at all and don't even, they don't have things in common. They don't believe the same thing. So that's a good
Yes.
reason to unfriend someone.
Yes.
All right. John says, "Sure, buddy, I have." I understand, John. I have too. I have too. But it's okay. I'm like I said, I am not the kind of person that's gonna chase you down and make you be my friend. That's not me at all.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, let's get to our last segment that we call
I'm trying to help you.
Ooh. Who are we trying to help, Jill?
Well, some people say they don't have friends and maybe they would like them.
Okay.
So the advice I would give is, treat it like you would if you were looking for a romantic partner, like to be someone's actual friend. And just because you met somebody doesn't make them your automatic friend.
No.
Like only give that label to very few people, to only a select few. Mm-hmm. Because not everybody is your friend. Understand that. Just because you hang out together.
This is true.
Just because I've even had someone tell me, and we worked together, and sometimes we would have dinner together. And one time, she told me something, and I was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" She said, "Because you're not my friend." I'm like, "We're not friends." I didn't know. So, but now I do, and I'm okay with that. It's like, just because you hang out together doesn't make someone your friend. So understand that. Like, apply, like, just figure out what all your friends, what you need your friends to have, and those are the people that are your friends.
Yes. And what I have, Jill, you brought up a point that many people are lonely nowadays. It's like an epidemic. Of
It is.
the amount of people that are very lonely, and I think it's a lot because of the internet and not interacting with people in person. However, I have something very easy. So whatever your like is, whatever your hobby is, whatever you like to do, that you would do by yourself, either way. Find that function going home, find a club or something and visit that club. Not a dance club, but if you like to dance, maybe you do that. But if you like to walk, find a walking club. If you like to, you want to get interested in hot air balloons, that's what you've always wanted to do, you go to a hot air balloon show. Check it out and meet the people, and you may meet some like-minded people. I'm not saying every person you meet is going to be your friend, But you have to put yourself in the areas where you might meet someone that has something in common, just to be a friend.
That's right.
Like me, I like to ride motorcycle. So when I was riding all the time, I hung around motorcycle dudes. We could talk motorcycle. But aside from motorcycles, I probably didn't hang around those dudes. They were my motorcycle dudes, my motorcycle friends. And that was cool, so.
And it's okay to just have companions as opposed to, having a lot of friends. Because like I said, not everybody's your friend. They might like to hang out with you, but they might not be your actual friend. So, but I guess I say that to say we all have different definitions.
Correct.
Of what a friend.
Correct. Well, Jill, it's getting late.
It's getting late.
It's getting late.
Oh, that went quickly.
We need to start wrapping this up.
All righty then. Here we go.
All right. Well, here we go. Hey, everyone. Remember to check out I'm Right every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And also remember, you can watch our show at Jill's website, which is JillCoxCordova.com. Click the podcaster tab, and you can do everything there. You can make comments there. You can watch old shows. You can even comment on the old shows so that you watch again.
And that's for audio too.
Yeah, that's for audio too. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, after show anyone, we need your input. Now, this is where you can tell us what you want to hear, what you want us to talk about, what type of show we should have. We may do it, we may not do it. But we would love you to suggest something, and we usually do shows that people suggest.
Yeah, like the Sasquatch one is coming up as our season finale.
Alrighty.
Yep. Well, this is it.
Well, this is it. I'm going to say love you all. Hope to see you again next week. So, bye.
Bye.
But now I'm going to talk to the audio listeners. Audio listeners, we love you. And please stay to the end of the show and listen to a word from our sponsor. So, till next week, we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.